I think I had the exact right approach. I did nothing. I quit my job. I spent a month and a half doing absolutely nothing at all, reading whatever I felt like reading, not law related, relaxing, lying around, enjoying the outdoors, and decompressing. Meant I was fresh and ready when I got here.
I read Getting to Maybe, against all advice. It's a book that really talks about how to sort of really think about law school exam questions. I also took a weekend prep course about what law school classes are like.
I didn't do anything to prepare for law school, and I wouldn't recommend doing anything. I would just recommend spending the summer doing something fun and enjoying yourself. I actually asked a professor if there was anything I could do to prepare, and she also told me, don't worry about it, really nothing is going to prepare you.
I think that getting everything non-law school related out of the way before classes begin would have been very helpful to me. I got here and was very hurriedly moving into an apartment and trying to get set up there, and I think that if you get everything out of the way before classes actually start, you'll be in a much better position to really focus on school as opposed to having a lot of other things on your mind.
There was no one thing in particular I did to prepare, but if I had a chance to do it over again, I would, first of all, I'd relax. I would take a light summer job if I could, but if I couldn't, that'd be fine. And then start to build a schedule for yourself. You know, learn how to cook, because that will serve you well in law school, or build an exercise routine, because that'll make you feel better.
You can spend money on a Barbary course. I don't think you'll find it all that helpful. You can read horn books before your class even starts if you think that would help you. It might not. I don't know. I didn't do it. I didn't find that I suffered for not doing it. I would say really take a second to get acquainted with yourself as a person, and more or less what it is that works for you and what it is that doesn't work for you.
Well, there wasn't really anything that I did to sort of gear up for law school. I may have been behind the ball in some respects compared to my peers. We didn't even get housing until I think the summer. I mean, so we were sort of scrambling at the last minute. But you know, it's a good experience. Enjoy your summer, the one summer you're going to have where you don't have to worry about what you're putting on your resume.
I was told to read some of the horn books for the first year classes over the summer, so I read torts and contracts, these examples and explanations by the pool in the summer, but it made me familiar with the subject matter, so I didn't feel lost going in to my first year classes.
I wish someone would have told me not to read the horror stories about being a 1L, because they just don't apply to UVA. Some good advice I got, though, was to make sure to move in a few weeks, maybe a week or so before class starts, to get everything settled before you start law school.
I think the most important thing is to just sort of clear your mind before coming to law school, and really just make sure you're ready to dive in and put your full effort forward.